You're listening to the Batuta Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5. Welcome back to the Batuta Advocate weekly news bulletin, recording live here downtown Old City District in the booth with myself, Clancy Overall, editor of the Batuta Advocate, Errol Parker, editor at large. Afternoon, Errol.
Afternoon, Clancy. How's your week been, mate?
Mate, not too bad at all. We've been flat chat. We had a couple of interviews here. Bloody Georgie Dent came in. We had bloody Troy Casadei come in. And, of course, Hamish Blake. That'll all be coming out on the Batuta Advocate radio show over the next few weeks. Good stuff, really. How you going, Errol?
Yeah, good, mate. Pretty quiet, you know. Just obviously I wasn't in the weekly bulletin last week because I was off camping with a couple of my mates up in the bush. You know, we just
like-minded gentlemen.
Go up there, yeah.
Got quite a haul, I saw.
Yeah. You know, we just like to, you know, wear like our full face masks and, you know, pose with some suggestive flags that, you know, we aren't really allowed to be having out the front of my apartment in the French Quarter. I guess people would be a little bit upset if I had that flag there, but
anyway, what's going on with you, Wendell?
Let's get into the news quick, smart. We'll start off with the story that really took the news cycle by storm this week, and one of the biggest ones we wrote was about Prince Charles being baffled by his soft-cock son choosing to support wife and not leave her for dead.
Yeah, well, the royals have stormed back into the news cycle this week after Harry and Meghan's big interview with Oprah. There's been plenty of damage control from the family after allegations of appalling treatment, racism, yada, 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 but Prince Charles has come out issuing some choice words to Harry.
Yeah, that's right. Prince Charles told his brother, Prince Andrew, who is an alleged pedophile, that he cannot understand his son's decision to not actively undermine Meghan like he did to Diana. Apparently he said to the boy, "This is where we as men cut them loose, boy. Then you can just marry one of those girls from the polo. That's what I did, and now I get to be King of England. Yay!" That was his words.
Yeah, good for Prince Charles, I guess. And the next story we've got here, the headline reads as a direct quote from Harry and Meghan and is as such. So basically, now we are left with nothing but a multi-million-dollar Netflix deal and heaps of nice clothes.
And a lot of jewellery as well, apparently. Yes, the pair revealed the financial side of the fallout with the royal family in the interview, with a lifetime of penny pinching and making ends meet now ahead of them, really.
Yeah, the millionaires revealed in the interview with the billionaire that they are facing the prospect that if worse comes to worse, Meghan will just have to go and get another part-time job as a co-lead on a major network TV legal drama or something like that. You know, that's the bottom of the barrel for the poor young family.
Yes, really doing it tough. And back here in Australia, what about International Men's Day? Sneers paid leave porter inside his humble Perth mansion.
That's right. The Attorney General, as we now know him, paid leave porter, is on indefinite mental health leave because he doesn't like being questioned about his alleged behaviour from a few decades ago. So he's sitting at home now watching telly, getting worked up, has the ABC on loop, hate watching the breakfast program there with Lisa Miller and Michael Rowland. He's yelling at the screen saying he can't believe that these women get their very own day.
Yeah, well, he's had a big few days, old Portsy, doing things like feeding Panadol to a local lorikeet and prank calling 000, and on International Ladies' Day, he took to social media to hit out at women getting their own way all the time. What's next, he says, you know, where does it stop, where does it end? But I guess, you know, if he's looking for answers to questions like that, he should be coming down to
I think we'll cut you off right there, Errol. We will move along to our next story, which has absolutely no connection to the previous one, and it is about an elite private schoolboy learning his actions might actually have consequences after all.
Yes, one of our town's future leaders has learned this week that perhaps he can't actually go through life doing whatever he wants, and it's something that terrifies him.
Yes, as a young fella from our Wooten School for Boys in the leafy enclave of Batuta Grove said after a conversation with one of his teachers, and I quote, "Instead of being a pig until my left ventricle blows out when I'm 77, I might be the first generation of my kind to be accountable for what I do and say. There's a valuable lesson in all of this."
Yeah, that's terrifying stuff, actually, for our town's political and media class.
But Mike Marsadel left a comment on that story with some reassuring words for the young man. He said, "Don't be afraid, son. There's nothing you can't conquer with a sturdy pair of RM Williams and a dapper puffer vest on."
Hear, hear.
Elsewhere around town, a feel-good story to round out the week, and a local landscaper has treated himself to the bachelor's handbag for a Friday lunch.
Yeah, not many things more glorious than the bachelor's handbag, or as you civilians might know it, a roast chook from Coles in that sweaty plastic bag. We spoke to the husky Batuta Heights boy, Jacko, who whipped one out on sight for Smoko, much to the envy of the rest of the blokes working with him.
And it came complete with a reduced sticker as well, of course. And of course, accompanying the fowl was a 6-pack of white bread rolls and some coleslaw.
Let's not forget the chili mayo.
Tell you what,
I love a bit of cheese on there too. It's the very definition of living.
Tell you what, the other day.
Okay, and that is the end of the Batuta Weekly News Bulletin. Thanks for your company. Always a pleasure. And hopefully the three of us will be joining you again next week. Talk then. Bye-bye.
Stay red-pilled.